Peace, everyone. I'm Tanisha, the host of Self Love Sanctuary, where I empower women to rise above burnout with self love and play. If you are into self discovery, self love, wellness, having fun, and mental health, then this is the podcast for you. Welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that might surprise you: the incredible power of play in overcoming burnout. Now, you might be thinking, play? Isn't that something that kids do? But the truth is, play is just as essential for adults, especially for those of us who are experiencing burnout. It's a powerful tool for healing, creativity, and reconnecting with what truly matters in life. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore how embracing play can help you beat burnout and bring more joy into your life. So, talking about play and burnout is literally what my business is about. For those that don't know, I am a wellness empowerment coach and I focus on self love, play, and mindfulness techniques to help women overcome their burnout and experience more joy in their life. Play is something that has been so essential for my healing journey with burnout. It's an activity that brings me joy, it makes me lose track of time, and allows me to express myself freely. It's about having fun, being spontaneous, and not worrying about the outcome. Play can take many forms, whether it's dancing, painting, playing a sport, gardening, or just being silly with friends. For me, I actually started in 2023 playing basketball after reading a book that was discussing how to get into your flow. And flow can mean, when you're at your job, for example, and you're just in the zone. That's really what I consider it. Like you're in your zone, nothing can break your focus. Sometimes I'm listening to a music playlist and I'm just so into it. And that is my flow. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm not looking at my phone, wondering what time it is. I'm just captivated by the moment. And play allows you to do that. Just be there with yourself, with your mind, body, and soul. And it's such a luxury to be in that space because I know I have always been in my head and I'm constantly thinking, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. What time is it? But when I got back to basketball, and for those that don't know, I'm a former Division II college basketball athlete, I just found the joy in being on the court and I started with 20 minutes. I'm very big on small, sustainable habits to allow you to have a happier, healthier lifestyle. When it comes to your wellness, your mindfulness, overcoming burnout, small steps get you the victory. And celebrate those small wins every time. So I would go to the court once a week, twice at the max, and just shoot. I didn't care if I made it, if I missed it, but it was about becoming better at something. And that's what the book talked about. Something that you enjoy, you get better at, and you naturally want to improve on it, and you're having fun while doing it. I love that I was just able to give myself that gift because when I was in my flow, so many things opened up in my brain. I used to write poetry probably when I was in middle school. It was something that I really enjoyed and I loved doing, had my journal. And then eventually, probably midway in high school, I stopped. Then I got to college and forget about it. I didn't think about it anymore. And what was so ironic was that the first day I started playing basketball again, I paused and this download came in to write a poem. I kid you not. It was the most beautiful experience to see that I was doing one thing that I loved all my life as a kid, playing basketball, which I had stopped. I hadn't played ball for years. And then just in 2023, decided to pick it back up. And for my second love, or I'll just say it's a love of mine because there's no real ranking of it, but for my second love of poetry to come through while I'm playing something that I enjoy, basketball, it was such serendipity in a way. So I stopped playing ball and I wrote down this beautiful poem that I did, and I was just so overwhelmed with joy at what just happened. And I lost track of time. I don't even know how long I was at the court for. I was just sitting there and typing away. And then I went back to playing and that was that. But it wasn't the first time that it happened. It just kept happening. Almost every time I played basketball, I was like, wow, that became content for my business on social media. I remember writing out those poems, doing voiceovers with them. and people were really resonating with it. And I will say that I never considered myself as a creative. I always chose the title, I'm an athlete. Growing up, I looked at creatives as artsy people, people who were dancing, and that was my perception of it. Not me. I'm not an artist. And, that's that self-criticism of what an artist can look like. But this all stemmed from the play and how it can look so different. So I would love to just take a pause and for you to think about, like, what are some things that you enjoy doing? What does play look like for you? When we're burnt out, we often lose our sense of joy and just being spontaneous. We get so caught up in our responsibilities, our to-do list, our need to be productive, that we forget how to simply enjoy life. Play helps us break free from this cycle. It's a way to reconnect with our inner child, the part of us that knows how to have fun without worrying about what others think. Studies have shown that play has numerous benefits for adults. It reduces stress, boosts creativity, improves brain function, and enhances our relationships. When we play, our brains release endorphins, the feel-good chemicals that help us relax and feel happy. Play also gives us a break from our usual routines, allowing us to see things from a new perspective and approach problems with a fresh mind. Now you might be wondering, how can I make time for play when I'm already so busy and burnt out? And that's a great question. The key is to start small, like I mentioned before, and make it a priority. Play doesn't have to be a huge time commitment. 5, 10, 15 minutes of play can make a world of a difference. But what I want you to do is put it in your calendar so it's a date with yourself. And that's something that I did when it came to playing basketball. If it was Thursday, I put it on my calendar at 8 a.m., I was going to the court. And then whatever happened from there, whether I wrote a poem or I didn't, that's fine. But I was open to the experience of what happened. And I do the same thing with my workouts. On my calendar, I have Monday and Wednesday movement. And it has allowed me to now every day I actually work out. I do something small though. My workouts are no longer than 20 minutes. And that is a rule because it helps you to keep up with it. We're all busy. Ladies, I know that you probably feel that you don't even have the time to do this. But I would ask, well, what do you have the time for besides your job? What do you have the time for to make yourself feel better? What do you have the time for to make yourself smile? When's the last time that you felt immense joy? And I ask you those questions because these are things that I've asked myself. I have felt so down in the deep, dark clouds that I felt immovable. I felt like the world was literally suppressing me. I couldn't breathe. And this is because I didn't make the time for these things. And it led to my burnout. And I've had it more than once. So take it for someone who has used these, what almost seem like, I don't want to say excuses, but it's just the word that comes right now of, I can't do this, I can't do that. But at some point, you have to try. And that's it. That's all I'm asking for you is to try to make the time to put you first, to put this play into your life and see what happens. So here's just a summary of some tips that you can incorporate more play into your life. Rediscover activities you loved as a child. Think back to what you enjoyed doing when you were a kid. Was it drawing, playing outside, building blocks? Try revisiting those activities to start. You might find that they still bring you joy today. You can try scheduling playtime. You do it for your meetings, maybe you do it for your workout. So try doing it for play. As I mentioned, put it on your calendar. And this is a non-negotiable part of your day, even if it's walking outside in nature or having a dance party in your room. One thing I love to do is setting myself a playlist of just 3 songs, which max, if they're long songs, would be 15 minutes. And just have a dance party in your living room. You don't even have to go anywhere. Okay? Let's make it simple. I also love embracing being spontaneous. Sometimes play just happens when we're spontaneous, allowing ourselves to be playful in our everyday life. Laugh at yourself. Try something new. Take a break from your routine. Do something fun and unexpected. Walk a different way to your house. Try a new restaurant. Go to an open mic night. Just try something new for adventure. Playing with others. Play is often more enjoyable when shared. Spend more time with your friends, family, your pets. Engage in activities that bring out your youthful side. I love playing with kids because that's the best. What? That's the best way to feel good about yourself. Like they always are just in the moment and they don't care how silly they look. So if you have any niece, nephews, you got your own kids, be around them. It's a blessing. And whether it's playing a board game, tossing a ball around, the social connection, it just really helps reduce those feelings of burnout and feeling good inside. Lastly, be mindful and present. One of the most important aspects of play is fully being in the moment. Let go of your worries, immerse yourself in activity. This mindfulness helps you recharge and brings a sense of peace and relaxation. And I want to make a note that things like even traveling can help bring you a sense of recharge. I know for me, when I go away, traveling is a form of currency. That is probably, besides movement, one of my favorite things to do. Traveling can simply be going to visit a new city. We don't have to hop on a flight if that's not within our means. I will go to a farmer's market or a festival in a different city in my state, and just being in a new environment can help renew you, feel rejuvenated. So my play work for you ladies this week is to find more opportunities in your life to include play. It doesn't have to be anything big, just something that brings a smile to your face and makes you feel alive. Try a new hobby, spend time with your loved ones, or just be silly. Whatever it is, embrace it fully and see how it impacts your mood and energy. And I want you to write down each day what you did and how it made you feel. As we wrap up, just a reminder, play isn't just for kids. It's a vital part of being healthy and living that balanced life. It's a way to recharge, reconnect with your inner joy, and build resilience against burnout. By making play a priority, you're not just having fun, you're investing in your well-being. Thank you for tuning in into another episode of Burnout to Bliss. I hope it's inspired you to bring a little bit more play into your life. As a thank you, I actually have a gift for all my listeners out there, my subscribers. There is a download at the end of this episode that you will see where it is actually having meal recipes that will help you avoid burnout. And it comes with a weekly meal planner to write your details down. So please download that. I want to hear what you think of it. And of course, if you're a new listener and you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing, sharing it with a friend, and leaving a review. Your support helps keep this podcast going and reaching more women who need it. Until the next time, take care of yourself, find moments of joy, and remember, life is meant to be enjoyed. See you in the next episode.